There were so many funerals in my childhood. Aunt Khadija's husband, our Uncle Eid, died when I was 4. Never again would he drive up in his black car and bounce us on his lap, joking. Then Aunt Hawa Magan, my father's sister, became ill. She was very affectionate, and if we chanted our lineage correctly, she gave us candy and boiled eggs. Hawa and I were allowed to go with my mother to the hospital. When she died, I wailed inconsolably. She's gone. There's nothing to be done about it, my mother told me. Stop crying. It's the way things are. Being born means we have to die someday. There is a paradise, and good people like Aunt How find peace there. My mother's oldest sister, who was also named How, came to stay with us when she fell ill. She had something inside her breast that meant she had to lie down on a mat on the floor all day. I'll never forget the endless, muffled groans of pain coming through Aunt How's gritted teeth as she lay there day in, day out. Grandma, Ma, and Ma's twin sister Aunt Halimo took turns smearing malmal herbs on her chest. When this Aunt How died, there was a great gathering of women at our house. They built several fires, and lots of women cooked and talked. Some of the women swayed and waved their arms over their heads and screamed in cadence. Allah ba'aye, Allah hogaye, Allah chabayo da'aye, nafta, nafta, nafta. Oh God, I am eliminated. Oh God, I am devastated. Oh God, I am broken and fallen. The soul, the soul, the soul. When they reached the third line, the women fell to their knees in theatrical hysterics. Then they got up and clutched their throats and cried out in shrill tones, Nafta, Nafta, Nafta. The soul, the soul, the soul. My mother was appalled. I could see that. Such disrespect for the dead, she hissed. Isaac women, they have no sense of honor or manners. How can they abandon themselves so shamelessly? Ma was mourning quietly in a corner, as is proper among her own Bahante, a sub-clan of the Darod. She was so engrossed in her grief for How and her mounting anger at the Isaac women that she hardly noticed that Hawa and I were watching the whole scene in awe. About a fortnight later, my mother and grandmother caught us beating our chests and shouting, Oh Allah, I am eliminated. Oh Allah, I am devastated, all over the yard, and throwing ourselves in the sand. We cried, the soul, and burst into wild giggles. My grandmother was outraged beyond all reason. She thought we were tempting fate, possibly even awakening the unseen jinns who were always present, waiting for just such a call to unleash their devastation. To make matters even worse, she felt insulted by my mother's Darod snobbery about the Isaac. Those women were my grandmother's clanmates.
This ends Disc 1.